and Swiss macaroni and peas, and we're gonna top it with deviled breadcrumbs. So the deviled breadcrumbs are already working in this pan right here. It's melted butter with grated garlic, and I just added 2 turns of the pan in a slow motion, so about 3 tablespoons to a quarter cup of hot sauce. I like Frank's Red Hot for this because it's not too spicy. Any cayenne pepper sauce that you love, of course, is what you should use. And add a couple of cups of breadcrumbs. Now, these are homemade breadcrumbs. If you don't want to bother with this, or you don't happen to have bread ends on hand at home in the freezer, of course, just use panko. Like big, fluffy crumbs is what we're looking for. So to this, I'm going to add about 1/3 of a palmful each of onion, about the same amount of our mustard and paprika, then about a tablespoon or a scant palmful of dill, and a couple tablespoons of parsley. Give this a stir. This is a stovetop mac and cheese. It doesn't have to go into the oven. So I've got this just over medium-low to medium, right in between the two, and we're gonna let these guys just toast up low and slow. When they're nice and crispy and toasty, turn them off, and they're done. In this pan, I browned 1 ham steak, about 3/4 of a pound. I diced up the ham, browned it in a little bit of butter, 1 tablespoon of butter, took it out of the pan, same pan, add 3 tablespoons of butter, and grate in a few cloves of garlic. Now we're going to turn this into white sauce, or a bechamel base, for our mac. So we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of flour to that and whisk it together. You're being very quiet while I'm doing that. A little bit of white pepper. A little pinch of salt. And we've got some warm milk on the back burner. We're going to whisk this together so it doesn't taste like paste, right? And when it starts to bubble up, you want to keep it white. You do not want to add color to your bechamel base here. We're not darkening the roux, we're just making roux. And we're going to whisk in our warm milk, let that thicken up a bit, get the pasta going. This cooks very, very quickly. I have large shells, but any shortcut of pasta will do. And whenever we cook with dry pasta, we season the pasta water itself. It's the only chance we get to season the pasta. Then we drop the pasta. And as I said, we are not baking this in the oven. And we're only going to undercook the pasta by about 1 minute to be the counterpoint for carryover cooking. So after your shortcut pasta of any kind has been cooking about 4 to 5 minutes, we're going to pour in about a cup of fresh peas. Let them cook right along with the pasta. So now we're going to take the whisk. He can come out. Switch to a paddle or a spatula and stir the cheese in. And then as soon as that Swiss melts into the thickened milk, the bechamel base, we're good to go. You get a bonus of a nice facial when you drain the pasta and the peas. I saved a little bit of that pasta cooking water. We'll put that all back into one hot pot. Add a splash of the pasta cooking water. All of our melted Swiss cheese. No. We'll put that in the sink, and we'll add our parm and herbs. Oh. And the herbs. And the ham. Get him right in there. And this is what I was talking about with the carryover cooking. You want that to really marry. To the bowl we go. I can barely lift it. My God. And then we take these crispy, spicy crumbs. I know, it's like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. Crazy.